They say some people are born into comfort, others into curiosity. And then there are those who are born with a rifle in one hand and a passport in the other.
Twist, twist, twist of fate radio.
Our story begins in the 1920s, during a time when the line between science and sport was thin. Expeditions were launched not just to see the world, but to claim it, catalog it, and bring it home in crates or as specimens. The prevailing thought? If a species was rare, that meant nature had already chosen its survivors. Extinction wasn't something to fight. It was something to document before it was too late. And so the hunter set out. He was an explorer by blood and by choice. But more than that, he was a son trying to carve out his own legacy. When your father is a larger-than-life figure who charged up San Juan Hill, charted unexplored rivers in the Amazon, and built a political career on rugged adventure, finding your own path isn't easy. The hunter wanted more than to follow in his father's footsteps. He wanted to earn his own. So he set out across continents and into unmarked terrain, not hunting for food, but for purpose, for discovery, for a name of his own. Each expedition promised the chance to contribute to science, to bring back specimens for the great museums of the world, and to be remembered not just as the son of a president, but as a pioneer in his own right. In 1928, he found himself in the misty, mountainous forests of central China. His mission? To track down a creature that few in the West had seen, and even fewer believed was real. It was said to resemble a bear, but also a cat. Massive, black and white, elusive. Some said it was a ferocious beast, but the locals spoke of it with reverence. The hunter with determination. And then, after 5 months of searching, there it was. Not charging, not fleeing, just chewing bamboo. Clumsy, quiet, curious. Nothing like the other trophies he'd collected. He raised his rifle and took the shot. At the time, it was celebrated, a scientific milestone, proof of the panda's existence. The body would be studied, preserved, displayed. But something shifted. He couldn't stop thinking about it. Not the kill, but the creature. Gentle, playful, vulnerable. And rare, not because nature had deemed it unfit, but because humanity had. The hunter had come for glory. He left with guilt. In the years that followed, he began to change course. Expeditions gave way to advocacy. Adventure gave way to stewardship. He started speaking out, not just about what we were losing, but about what we still had the power to protect. And in 1935, he did something unthinkable for a man of his background. He accepted the role of president of the National Audubon Society, an organization devoted to conservation and the protection of wildlife. The hunter was Kermit Roosevelt, son of President Theodore Roosevelt, a man raised to conquer nature, who instead chose to preserve it. One expedition, one encounter, one creature. A twist of fate that transformed a legacy of domination into one of protection. This has been Twist of Fate Radio. I'm Angela Clark. Until next time, remember, sometimes the smallest choices lead to the biggest consequences. Want to explore more stories like this? Visit twistoffateradio.com. There you can read more details about this story and others like it. Plus, you can submit your own Twist of Fate story to be considered for a future episode. You never know what twist of fate is coming next.